So this is Ted's baby book.
Teddy was just 22 months old.
He was my little helper in the kitchen.
A bright and happy little boy, just 6 weeks shy of his second birthday.
This was where it happened, right in that spot. Instead of planning his party, I was planning a funeral. It was Valentine's Day of 2016. Come give Chloe a hug.
In his bedroom, just like any other day, Mom put Ted down for a nap and came back to check on him a short time later.
I opened his door and I immediately saw that his whole dresser had fallen. And I thought, he's under there. He has to be under there.
I just hear out of nowhere like a scream.
Teddy's older brother Blake, just 11 at the time, called 911.
It felt like a bad dream, but at least dreams you can like wake up from, but not that.
4 hours later, Teddy was pronounced dead.
How infuriating was it to you to realize other children had died before Teddy?
It was heartbreaking. Within 4 days, I learned that his dresser had actually killed other children.
This is the model of IKEA Malm dresser that killed Teddy. IKEA knew of at least 2 other child deaths involving the dressers 2 years before him, but did not issue a recall.
It's like playing a game of Russian roulette in your child's bedroom.
Finally, 4 months after Teddy's death, IKEA recalled 29 million Malm and other dressers, but it came too late for too many. At least 7 deaths now documented prior to the recall.
It takes way too stinking long for recalls to be announced after people have reported injuries, even deaths.
This just-released study by the Public Interest Research Group highlights the danger. Last year alone, nearly 300 product recalls involving 650 injuries and 6 deaths, which happened over several months, even years prior to the recalls.
Lean into that sprint, Peloton!
Peloton is one of the most troubling examples in recent years. Disturbing videos of children being pulled under the treadmills went viral, but despite serious injuries, no recall was issued until a child died.
Why do we see these products continue to be used after we know they're dangerous?
A lot of times I can't even believe that I'm saying this word, but there's negotiation between the company and the regulator.
The Consumer Product Safety Commission is the government agency tasked with protecting the public from dangerous products. But what many call a flawed law limits the agency when it comes to issuing recalls and warnings against specific manufacturers, even when they know the product is dangerous. Section 6B of the Consumer Product Safety Act says the CPSC cannot disclose derogatory information about a product unless it provides the manufacturer at least 15 days' notice to comment, which often leads to negotiation to avoid a potential suit by the manufacturer to block the disclosure.
It muzzles the CPSC to do their job effectively.
In 2015, the year before Teddy died, the CPSC was negotiating with IKEA about the Malm dresser. But in lieu of a recall, the company announced a repair kit to anchor dressers to the wall.
Pick out all your jammies.
The agency put out this public service announcement just 1 month before Ted's death, warning about the danger of tip-overs. But still, the prior IKEA deaths were not made public.
I felt like Ted was the sacrificial lamb. He was the last one to die before IKEA finally said, okay, let's get this dresser off the market.
7 years later, recall delays on many other products continue, still putting consumers at risk.
The bottom line is our recall system is broken, colossally broken.
The question now, is it time to fix it, especially when lives are at risk? In our next report, an exclusive interview with the head of the CPSC, we ask why the agency isn't more aggressive and find out what's being done to change that. For Spotlight on America, I'm Angie Moreschi.